Just my phone. You see how wide the box is?
Yeah.
I think you're special. You just got a plug at TikTok. Let me find out, bro.
I wish I did. Shoot.
Welcome in, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Velvet After Dark, where the conversations are grown, unfiltered, and just uncomfortable enough to make us all think. Before we get started, let's set the tone of the conversation flow. First and foremost, let's respect the mic. Everyone here gets their turn to talk, so no talking over one another. Please keep your points focused. Passion is welcome. Long speeches are not. Disagreements, we welcome. Those are perfectly fine. Disrespect is not. Please, no personal attacks or shady energy. Also, this is a profanity-free space. Keep it classy and intentional. Now, pay attention to this. If you've already had a little too much to drink and can't stay grounded, we'll kindly ask you to step off the panel. No hard feelings, no judgment. Come back another time.
I'm judging.
We're here for grown conversation, real accountability. Y'all gonna need that tonight, and meaningful dialogue. So again, let's keep it respectful, let's keep it engaging, and let's continue to make this a space worth coming back to. With this, let's keep the engagement up in the live by tapping the screen, reposting the live, and if you don't mind, if you could add it to your story. Again, thank you all for joining, and most importantly, we value your time and your support. We ready to get into it, bro?
Ready to get in like Flynn.
Let's go. So I want you to know my opening goes right into what you're going to talk about. So, you ready?
I'm born. Let's go.
Okay. So, can cheating ever be justified? Tonight, we're stepping into a conversation most people avoid, deny, or downplay, but it shapes more relationships than we want to admit. We talk about cheating like it's black and white, like it only happens because someone is selfish, reckless, or simply disrespectful. But real life is messier than the memes, and sometimes the story behind the betrayal hits deeper than the act itself. So tonight, we're asking the uncomfortable question, can cheating ever be justified? Is there ever a moment, a circumstance, a breaking point where stepping outside of the relationship becomes more about survival than desire? Is it revenge, neglect, emotional starvation, or just a convenient excuse for bad behavior? So tonight, this space isn't about blaming, it's about understanding. Because if we can unpack the why, maybe we can finally address the wounds people don't talk about, the ones that lead them to someone else's arms. So, we know this might be triggering, but let's keep it grown, let's keep it honest, and most importantly, let's keep it velvet. Let's go, bro.
All right. So tonight's question: can cheating ever be justified? Simple, very simple. Can cheating ever be justified? And of course, you know how we do on this side. And tonight, I am not touching my phone. If you have a private account, it is up to my sister to allow you to come up in the box. It's not up to me. She's the main one. I can just do you know how we do it. Y'all know how we do on this side anyway. So let's get it. We got what? We got to first survive up in the building. Miss Cheatham. Cheatham. Don't run now, Monique. Hello, you're making noises. Why the door open? All right. Y'all ready? Anybody can speak.
Okay, I'll go first. It was a mistake. I pushed it by mistake. I was tapping, but
It's never
I
a
don't
mistake.
think cheating can be justified.
Really?
No, like, come on, you went out there and cheated. What you gonna justify it with? Like,
I mean,
don't know.
I'm
just gonna say no, and I'm gonna land it there.
okay, and that's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion tonight. I just want honest answers.
Yes,
I want people to be honest. That's all.
Can I say? Can I talk?
Yeah, you got the floor.
Yeah. It's a situation where you try to find justifiable reasons. He searched for the reasons, whether he was abusive or she did not give him enough attention. But overall, if it's a situation where you can't communicate with your spouse or whoever, so I just don't see it being justified, regardless of the circumstances. You know, that's it.
Okay, I got you, Brother Ford. You good? What you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna say kind of around the lines with Rob. I don't think it's ever justifiable. We may understand why somebody did it, but is it justifiable? I don't believe so.
I love y'all. No, you got anything you want to share real quick? Lo, you good?
I'm good, bro. Carry on.
All right, we got somebody else want to come up and play, I guess. There you go. Oh, okay. Miss Silk, what's up? Welcome in and we got and Beats. So come on. We're gonna go to Miss Silk first before I say anything.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I don't know. I'm pretty open to I guess, cheating, because I guess it just goes on what the circumstances are. I've never really participated in like actually being the cheater, but I know I've been involved in a situation where I know someone at a point was in a relationship with somebody else. I didn't stay, but I didn't really do my due diligence to figure out why I was in that kind of situation. But I'm not gonna say that I didn't feel like I was in a safe space or it wasn't healthy. If it does look like that could be a healthy situation, but I wasn't being mistreated. But once I did realize that, there was a situation, I kind of just distanced myself from it because I don't really want to participate. But I guess I did participate at a point. I wouldn't know what would make someone want to involve another person without being forthright. That's just one thing I just not comfortable with. I think the person should let you know if they're unhappy in their situation and they want to step out.
Okay. I'll take that. Beats, Brother Beats, what's going on? Welcome in. You got to unmute your mic. There you go. Yeah, we got you.
Well, I think as far as cheating, I think it's levels to it. So,
but can it be justified?
No, me personally, yeah, I think it'd be justified. But as a grown man, an adult, if you're not happy with a person, just move on, or just tell them, or give them a warning. Like, listen, I'm not getting this attention. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. I'm gonna do me, whatever.
Okay. Thank you. Rain, welcome in.
Thank you. I'm gonna go with him. There's levels to it, right? I do say that if you're in a marriage and you cheat, it really has to be fine-tuned as to why. And because it's been done, let's be clear. People have been cheated on in marriages and they stayed, right? And there's reasons why they got cheated on or why whatever happened. So I don't want to say that it can't happen, because it can. Is it what you're supposed to do? No. I'm sorry, my sister just came in, she a little loud. But I will say this, right? being devil's advocate, right? It happens. Shit happens. Oh, sorry. Oh, somebody $1. But stuff happens. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll give you $1. But so I'm going to go with yes. Sometimes I don't want to say justify because I think that's the word that's messing everybody up. But it happens. Can I go with that, bro, man?
That's up to you. That's your listen. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to go with. Okay, so I'm glad everybody answered. I'm going to go back to Lotus again. Lotus, you got anything you want to share before I say anything?
No, I said everything in my opening.
Okay, cool. So here's the whole thing. Can cheating be justified? Yes, it can. Cheating can surely be justified. And I'm going to explain it to you why real quick. Here's the thing. When I met you, we was together, right? You was doing everything that you wanted to do to make sure that I was sexually satisfied, right or wrong. You was wearing these sexy lingerie. You was doing all the freaky stuff in the bed. You was throwing it up, tossing it back, you know, doing all these different positions. And then once we got together and we became an item or we became exclusive, all of a sudden you decide to wear bonnets to bed and you want to wear these long t-shirts and putting on the big pajamas. And then now all of a sudden you became a one position Charlie. So what happened to all of that? See, sometimes you attract a man with certain things, or you attract a person with certain things that you do, and then you stop doing them and expect that person to still be attracted to you sexually. So now this person has to go out and get this and go back outside now to go do what he needs to do with someone else. Because guess what? Because the person that you once was, you are no more. And when you confront him about it, he sits there and tells you. He is telling you exactly what he or she is telling you exactly what it is that happened in that whole action. So he is justifying he or she is justifying the reason why they did what they did. Bottom line. So who does it fall on? Does it fall on him or does it fall on you? It falls on you as the person that was actually the one that wasn't taking care of the person's needs. I land there, open panel, and that was an open panel.
Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta be about somebody taking care of their needs? Like sometimes people have issues as you get older, right? Some things don't work. That's why we have ED, right? That's why we have women who have dryness. Like stuff happens, right? As you get older. So you can't always say just because you was doing something, you might not always be doing something in the long run because your tail getting older. You're slacking.
That's what you want to go with?
That's what I'm gonna say.
That holds no weight. Go ahead.
Now how about it was vice versa?
I just said both sides. Go ahead.
I'm saying as far as not needs though. We ain't talking about sex. Sometimes it's bigger than sex, whatever.
Well, you can't say sex. You got to say schmecks, brother. We got to be TikTok friendly here.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. It's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, bonnets or like older. Okay, if you older and y'all been together for like 50-some years, I feel like that's being petty now. All right, we old, we set in our ways. Let's just enjoy each other until, you know what I'm saying, something happen. But at the end of the day, if you're in your young stage or whatever, I feel like you should keep up, like OG said, you should keep that up, how I met you. Like my woman, when I met her, you know what I'm saying, she like skimpy clothes and all. I like that. I'm not an insecure man. I love my women dress nice. You know what I'm saying? Flashy. I love it, whatever. But I had to talk to my woman like, yo, keep doing what you're doing. I like that, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like that.
But the thing is this, brother. It's like this. The sad part about it is it's a comfort zone. People get comfortable. And let's go with older people, since you want to go where you get old, certain things happen. But guess what? Some of y'all older women are still trying to keep up with these young women by the way you're dressing. So you can't go there with it's an age thing. As you get older, certain things don't happen. At the same token, Rain, you said, as you get older, things happen, you get ED. But guess what? I can still be appealing to you. I can still want to be with you because of the way that you dress. And like I said, nowadays, you got these older women trying to dress like they 25, 26, trying to go back to their youth. And if your joint get dry, then guess what? They got lubes and all that stuff for that too. Just like they got pills and all that stuff for a man with ED. So that's not an excuse. At the end of the day, you have stopped providing such certain things for an individual. You stop moving in a certain way. You got too comfortable in your own skin and you got too comfortable in that doggone relationship. And now all of a sudden, now the person has to step out, and then you want to get mad. I can't believe you cheated on me. Well, the reason why I had to do what I had to do, sweetheart, because you stopped doing what you was doing. Now imagine me stop doing what I was doing for you. What you gonna do? And most women would be like, well, why don't you just leave the relationship? No. Why I gotta leave for? Sometimes, and I'm gonna be this, and this is gonna hurt, this is gonna suck, but I'm gonna say it. Sometimes when you cheat on somebody, it's actually a lesson for they behind to learn. Well, listen, maybe I need to get back on my grind. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Because why is my man stepping out? Or why is my woman stepping out? Maybe it's me. It ain't the person. Sometimes it's just something that you are lacking that you started to do. I'll leave that there. Open floor.
May I say something? I know a lot of, like, I come from a traditional family, I guess, of women, and like 80% of the women on my maternal side are married, and they've been in the same marriage 40 plus years. What I seen was a lot of them got married for stability and not really attraction. And not saying I felt sorry for the men, but once I got a certain age and realized, like, man, a lot of my aunts are not even physically attracted to their spouse. They just knew he was a provider. So maybe that could be a factor.
What you said?
I said I'm attracted to money.
I also think that it's has a lot to do with the emotional support. Not simply the smacks and how you satisfy each other, but also infidelity does stem from the emotional or the lack of emotional support towards the other mates. And also, as I talked about earlier at the opening, the abuse. Sometimes the abuse, whether it's physical or psychological, it has a lot to. I think it does have a reasoning behind stepping out or creeping out. Like the best example is probably in the movie Soul Food, when Vanessa Williams' husband creeps out on her cousin. Now, that was not a situation for lust. It was a situation of emotional support, because Vanessa Williams' character did not provide emotional support for him when he was trying to get his music career off the ground. You know what I'm saying? So that can be, a reasoning, or not really reason, like I said, because I still feel it's not justified. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that you need to communicate with. You know what I'm saying? But it does have some sort of credence why people would, creep out and do the do and do it outside, because there's no emotional support, and there's neglect and abuse. So I land there.
All right. Well, I get that, and I get that from that movie. But here's the thing, and to answer your question, Roxy, it's not about being disrespectful. You have to see, the problem is this. People think that, the person went out and cheated is disrespectful, but you already disrespected that person by stop doing the thing that you're doing. People don't just not. Here's the thing. I'm not saying the one day you came down, you came to bed, you had your bonnet on and this, that, and the third. The next day the man went out and cheated. I'm not talking about that. This is over a period of time. These are things that you have been doing recurrent, like you have kept been doing it and doing it for the past 3 or 4 months. And it's like, hold up, baby, like, where the switch up came from? See, people get this thing, the person ran out and cheated. Oh, he cheated on me. This man don't just automatically just wake up one morning and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go cheat. Something had to happen in order for that man to go do such things. Or something has to happen when that man is doing something and she has to go step out. You see what I'm saying? Because when a man goes and cheat, he's a dog, he's a this, that, and the third. But when a woman goes and cheat, it's an emotional. It's something that she's going through. Oh, she must be going through something. Is there something that her man ain't doing? Or it's the bugs that your friends are putting in your ears. See, y'all don't think about that. When a man goes and cheat, he's a dog, He's this, that, and the third. He ain't no good. I can't believe you with this clown, this, that. But the moment a woman cheats, it's something emotional. It's something that she's been through so much. I can't believe that. Oh my gosh, she is so unhappy. And girl, I could tell that you are so unhappy. Let's go on a girls' trip.
Facts.
It's easy to say you leave the relationship. It's easy to say that, but that's a cop out. See, those are the answers I've been waiting to see in the chats. Oh, you just leave the relationship. You leave the relationship. No, you don't leave something that two of y'all have built, regardless of fact.
Well, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Like me, I'm 35 years old. I was always in a two-family household. My father was always there for me. My mom too. But as me growing up, you know what I'm saying, I want to say around 11, 13, I started seeing the changes around my parents. And I never understood, though. My father kept it clean. My father kept it, he made it look so good. Like, I thought my parents had the most beautiful relationship. Even the kids around, they were like, dang, man, I wish my parents was like that. I wish my parents was like that, man. Y'all the hood motivation, whatever. And I want to say about around when I got out of high school, I see the change in my father. And I thought my father was like, yeah, my father cheating. Like, he started moving different, like crazy. And my father kept bugging me. Did you graduate? I said, yeah, I just found out I graduated. He said, good, now I can pack up and leave. And it was devastating. I'm like, what? I said, you doing all, I spazzed out on my father. I'm like, you doing all this to mommy? And he set me down. Let me tell you something. Your mom been doing her for years. She been cheating on me for years. And I had to hold the family down just because how your mom is, you would have been dead or in jail. He said, you know how many nights?
Unalive, brother, unalive. You must not have been on TikTok that long, bro, because we use certain words over here. Okay, you gotta say unalive, you gotta say smacks, certain things we gotta say over there.
Unalive. So my father basically broke it down. Like, yeah, your mom, she cheated on me so many times. I caught her with dudes at the bar. She, I was standing there. I had to hold it down. I said, why you didn't leave? I couldn't leave. I had to hold you down. I had to keep that foundation until you was old enough to understand. Now I'm explaining to you why this, and now I'm starting to see the arguments in my mom and all that with her. And once I got old enough, and then my father left, my mom spazzed out. Like, she just spazzed out. Like, your father's a dog, he left me, but I said, Mom, you been doing this man dirty. Like, it was plenty of time we had sleepovers, you not there, birthdays, you come in late from work, like, well, going out. My father was doing that. He was playing a mother sometime. My mom was a good mother, but she had her ways at the top. Until I got old enough, I seen it with my own eyes, like, damn, that's why Daddy left you. Like to this day, she's remarried, and her way, me and my mom, we close. She don't love her husband, her new husband. She don't. It's how she move. Whatever. And so why you married this man? Whatever. You know why? You know what she told me? The day she got married, she said for comfort and something to lean on. Whatever. She's getting older.
I got you. Well, here's the thing. Well, thank you for that. And so I want to answer Marla in the chat. She said it's because God didn't design us to be promiscuous. But guess what? You know how many people are here promiscuous? And the funny part is people always say God this, God that, right? If you ain't walking, then why would you see people they always want to throw God in the mix, but they're not even living a holy life. They're not even living scripture. They're not praising them. They're not in their Bibles, but the moment stuff like this happens, they want to come up with certain things with God this, God that. Listen. Come on, Mr. Cherry.
Yeah, I don't want to be redundant. I think my brother summed it up. What I was going to say. Yeah, if you're communicating with your partner, right, that you have a deficit, right, and he or she
is reluctant to fulfill that deficit, if there are children there, I still believe that responsibility is greater than the romance, right? So just like in my brother's story, typically men are hang in there knowing what the woman is doing. You feel me? Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Until the kids are out of the house and then you bounce, right? But until then, only if you've already communicated and they refuse to meet you halfway, then by all means do what you got to do to get yourself through the day and come home and handle your responsibility.
I could dig what you're saying about the children, but guess what? The kids ain't got nothing to do with this man going or this woman going out there laying down with somebody. It has nothing to do with the kids. This is between the husband, the wife, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, whoever the case may be in that relationship. Between them two, the kids are exempt. Bottom line, because at the end of the day, you still got to be a parent, whether you did whatever you did or not. You still have to be responsible for them children. Bottom line. So I'm not going to put those kids in the mix. What? Go ahead, Rob.
So can I say something? Because
Hold on, Rob. You have to let him finish talking. Hold on, please.
Yeah, y'all be killing my thoughts when y'all be cutting me off. Then I got to read. I don't like going back and forth. But here's my thing. If I'm with you, and once again, I'm standing on what I'm standing on. If I met you this way, you have to continue to be that way. Now we can grow together. We can change together. That's the whole purpose of being together, by growing and changing. But certain things that you would do, you should actually enhance it instead of decreasing it, because a lot of times people get comfortable in these relationships. Now here it is, we done been together 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, matter of fact. Let's go with 10 years. We've been together 10 years. And for the past 10 years, you've been doing everything immaculately. Now, all of a sudden, the past 6-7 months, you just been slacking in your department. Slacking. But meanwhile, I'm still trying to fulfill your needs, but I'm not getting anything in return. I'm getting the basics. I'm trying to rock your world. I'm doing everything. I'm rocking your box, all that. But at the end of the day, I'm getting basic. And then sometimes I'm not even getting it because of why? I'm just not in the mood. But wait a minute, when we were together, you was in the mood damn near every day. What changed? What changed? So now, because you know my desires, my sexual desires for you, and you turning me off by the way that you're moving, then I see something else that I don't want the person. I just want my needs fulfilled. See, this is where people get the two confused. They think that the person is cheating on them because they want to be with that person. No, that person is cheating because that person, that new person could fulfill those needs. That's it. Cheating is a need that needs to be fulfilled. Has nothing to do with anything. I'm in love with this woman. I'm in love with this man, whatever the case may be. It is a need that needed to be fulfilled that your partner is not fulfilling. Make that make sense, and I just did. Now, justified. Because we always talk about our needs and our wants, right? Make it make sense.
I disagree on the needs and want part, right? I'm sorry. Like I still don't think that's just, you can still leave. If your old lady not meeting your needs, you can still leave her and find a woman that will fulfill those needs. However, you discounted the kids. I would say family and responsibility, right? Because let's say this woman is no longer swinging from the chandeliers like she did in the beginning, right? Now she acting like she don't even know how to arch her back, right? Now, that's not a reason to cheat on this woman, right? It's not. You can be pissed, but it's not a reason to cheat on her, right? Now, what if she just cuts off all intimacy, but I have children? Should I now have to walk away from my children just because this woman don't know how to throw it back no more? Should I have less access to my children just because she ain't swinging from the chandeliers anymore?
Okay, you must not heard what I said before, right? You still got to be a parent, regardless of the fact. You still got to be a parent. Has nothing to see. The problem is I'm not equating children in there because I already know, regardless of the fact, I still have to be a parent. So now let me re-justify also. Well, let me reiterate something else now. So with that being said, that's just one need. That is only thing that I need to be fulfilled. Every other need is being fulfilled with this woman. So why do I need to leave her? Because of what? Because I chose to go lay down with somebody who can fulfill my needs just for that moment? I'm not saying I'm going to be a repetitive cheater, which means every time this happens, I'm going to go step out. Because normally times, here's the funny part. When the person cheats, their partner actually steps their game back up especially if all the other needs are being fulfilled. So if I'm fulfilling every other need but that sexual need, and guess what? Now she goes out and do what she do, and I realize, hold up, you cheated on me because of this, that, and the third. Now I'm going to step my game up to make sure that she don't go nowhere. See what I'm saying? Every other need is fulfilled except for that one. See, we forget that. This is the reason why people are so quick to walk away, because this man laid down with somebody or this woman laid down with somebody. But guess what? If every other need is fulfilled, here's a better way of looking at it. Like when we ask women, oh, what's with all these boxes? Can a man check every one of your boxes? No, he cannot. But the ones that he can check, you keep them, right? Exactly. So because that one box didn't get fulfilled, you're trying to tell me you're going to up and leave? And you can still be a parent to your child however you want to look at it. Bottom line, because your children is your responsibility. Getting my needs fulfilled is also her responsibility, but if she's not doing it and another woman can do that just for that moment, or that another man can do it for that moment, but yet every other thing that I do is something that is fulfilling to that woman, is what she needs or what that man's need. That's the part. See, we only talking about the one thing, but if you look at it in a whole, yes.
Okay, I get that to you. I'm still not on board with it, but what I'm talking about is like mentally and emotionally, like you know what I'm saying. That intimate connection mentally and emotionally, that type of cheat, not physically, like getting in the middle of somebody else's womb. That's crazy work right there. There's nothing that justifies that.
But I'm still mentally and emotionally in love with this woman. I'm still there. It's just a need. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference. I never said I stopped loving her. I never said I wasn't even emotional. I'm still all those things, but it's that one little thing. That one thing. Because here's the thing. Now, even if you look at it in life, people are with people. They love them. They're emotionally, physically, all that other stuff. But there's always that one thing that it's a turnoff about your person. Let's keep it a buck. We are not 100% turned on by the person, by the man or woman that we with. There's always one thing that turns us off, but we are still emotionally attached to this person and we still love this person. Let's keep it a buck. Now, let's keep it real. Am I right or wrong? Because one thing for certain, two things for sure, you would never give the person that you're with 100% of yourself.
I agree.
I don't care who you are. Tell me I'm lying. I'll end this live right now.
Rob, I got something to say, but Rob, you got something to add?
I'm just listening in. You can go ahead and say what you need to say.
So I'm going to say this, and this is going to be a very transparent and vulnerable moment for me. As a child who loves his mother and grew up watching his father cheat on his mother, it is absolutely devastating for the kids. It's devastating. It is devastating for the kids. It's why I think I ended up becoming such a protector growing up of the women that I'm with, because I never felt like I could protect my mom from that. And watching her go through that was absolutely devastating for me. So I would have rather my father left. I would have rather him left and did his thing rather than stay and put my mom through what me and my brother had to watch my mother go through. So my lens is a little bit different, but it's because of what I experienced in watching my mother do it. And I think it was very taxing on my relationship with my mother, because I grew up asking myself, why didn't you leave? You were so unhappy. You caught him time and time again. And I think I judged her until I realized that I could not judge her anymore. And I had to really just try to understand what was going on in her mind. And so I would, as a child, I would have rather, because we see what our parents do. Yeah, you can be a great parent. We still going to watch a lot of what the kids learn from our parents is what they watch, and it actually shaped how my relationships happened with women as I was younger, and still kind of trying to find out who I was. So it's very impactful for the kids, and even trying to be a parent. I mean, you can be a provider. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a dad. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, we have to understand that our behaviors as adults for our children are just as impactful. It's just as impactful or more impactful on how we behave as to what we're saying. And when you watch it, for me, watching my mom go through what she went through, it's never justifiable to me. I would have rather my dad left and then we go hang out with them on his weekend and then watch what my mom went through and what. Growing up with the police coming to the house, waking up and me and my brothers running and hiding under the bed because of the arguments and those types of things. It was super traumatic. So because I've seen that and I've seen it firsthand, I don't think it's justifiable. But at the same time, as an adult and what I've been through, I can understand why people will mentally cheat. Why people will mentally go somewhere else, because if we're not getting what we want, but we don't necessarily want to leave, it's very easy for somebody to come and capture our attention. The act of actually physically cheating is something that I think is diabolical. And I think it's something that people really need to ask themselves about in terms of, what is their true commitment to that? Because I know as a man, a woman cheating on me with another man, I'm not stepping my game up. I'm stepping up out the house. I'm out. It's a wrap. We done. So I can't do that because I know what it took for you to get there. Now, at the aftermath, I'm going to have to sit up there and ask myself, what did I do to get her there? I just know as a man that I wouldn't be able to get past it.
I respect that.
But for me, I wouldn't be able to. So
let me say this real quick. And I'm just taking what you said and what Earl said. I'm just putting it. I'm not talking about none of y'all situation, but I gotta say what I gotta say. And this is not coming from none of y'all brothers. So here's the thing, right? When first of all, when parents have children and these mothers and fathers are out there cheating on each other, the sad part about it, the children should not know, but they bring it to their children's light. But when they be like, "Where's your mommy? Where's daddy at?" Oh, he's with that other woman. You ain't have to. See, some women don't need to say that to their kids. Dad, where's mommy at? Oh, she probably out there with that dude. You don't need to say certain things to your children because you're already putting your children in that situation without even realizing that you're putting the children. Well, you realize that you're doing it, but you're doing it spitefully. That's number one. Number two, when these conversations are being had about when the parents are in the room and they're talking to each other, who's the main one that's getting loud? The mother or the father. The one that's getting cheated on is the one that's yelling. Plus, the children are in the room hearing all that. But yeah, you're supposed to be an adult. But you're conducting yourself as children by yelling, screaming, and all that. And that's the kids hear that. So guess what you are doing? It is you as the individual. You can't. We can sit there and blame the person that's out there doing the cheating. Yes, hands down. But at the same token, we also got to put fault in our parent and the mother or the father, the one that's being cheated on, because they're the ones that's hurt. So they're hurting and yelling and being loud, knowing that the kids are in the other room listening, which causes the child to make a decision on which parent do I want to kick it with now. Oh, mommy's yelling, so mommy's hurt. Daddy's yelling, so daddy's hurt. I hate mommy. I hate daddy. But had you not known that your mother or father was out there doing whatever they was doing, you would never know, because you know why? Because a lot of time parents put their children in their business and knowing that they're doing it. Because if you think about it, you won't know that your parent is hurt unless they say something or they move in a certain kind of way, because you already heard the arguments. She already said certain things. He or she already said certain things to you. Oh, your daddy this, your daddy that. Mommy this, yeah. And a lot of times fathers don't really tell their children that their mothers is out there cheating. Men mostly keep that to themselves because they don't want to be embarrassed. But a woman, she gonna shout that over the mountaintops. She gonna let her girlfriends know. She gonna let her girlfriends know. But a man is never gonna allow anybody to know that his woman that he's being cheated on outside of his home. And he damn sure ain't telling the kids.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. The bottom line is we should have never been, as a child, I should have never been introduced to all that energy, right? And then I can take that in terms of as an adult, and me and my kid's mom, I knew my kids got put in the middle of our separation. I didn't do that, but that happened, right? And so it took a lot of.
May I go next?
Yeah, but you gotta let them. I got Earl going next, and then you can go after that, respectfully. But go ahead, Ford, my bad. No. Go ahead, brother, because that was.
So, as an adult, I had to, and when I'm going through my situation, what I had to understand is that it's so, I know how it feels. It's a form of manipulation. It's a secondary manipulation, how you're talking loud enough in front of the kids to try to skew what their vision is of either the mom or the mom or mother or the father, because you're talking about what they're doing. That happens quite often. That is a form of manipulation that happens quite often. And so you may not be saying something directly to the children. However, you're saying it in front of the children. So you might as well just be telling to them directly. The children should 100% be completely removed from the equation, and they should never know anything. They just shouldn't know anything. And understanding that, living what I lived, I understand the impact of knowing, the impact of listening to mom talk to Dolores on the phone about what she's got going on, and the little things that you see here and there, man. You get put in the middle of it, so it's very in that aspect, it's very devastating to kids growing up with that.
And isn't it fair to say that what we always tell our kids, stay out of grown folk business, but yet we invite our children to grown folk business? I lay in there. Come on, Earl.
Grown folks business, but we gonna talk right
in front of grown. Exactly.
Don't listen to me, but you right within earshot.
There you go. Come on, Earl.
Really quickly,
Okay.
Before Earl goes, quick mod break, and just a reminder of the rules. Please mute your mics while people are speaking. You have background noise, and it really makes it hard for us to hear the person speaking down in the comments and on the panel. That's number one. Please do not come off mute when someone is speaking and interrupt them. I'm the moderator. There's 2 moderators in the panel tonight. If you'd like to speak, you can put a hand emoji in the comments. I will catch it, and then I will establish the order. Also, can you guys please help us tap the screen? That's all we're asking you to do tonight, is tap the screen. Thank you.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Earl.
Okay, Earl. Floor's yours.
All right, y'all know I love my family over here because I'm currently getting threatened with a frying pan to be here. But what Brother Velvet said and what my brother Ford said, I agree with both of them, right? It's called parental alienation. That's the term of it, right? Because it's easy for, as a child, we lack the discernment, right? But we have a vague understanding of how relationships should work. So if one parent isn't there, it's easy to say that he or she is doing something wrong. But what's difficult for a child to understand is passive aggressiveness, right? Is one coming up short in the bedroom. It's all of those other things. So typically that's what they don't see by the parent that's complaining about being cheated on. They can be guilty the whole time, and they allow you to be a child then because they don't tell their shortcomings. They don't tell how they're disrespectful. They don't tell how they're emasculating or dehumanizing the other person, right? Because that's hard to pick up on as a child. You don't discern that at that age. So then we grow up with this visceral response and feeling towards the other parent that was alleged to do the cheating, but we never knew what led up to it. But then, like my brother Dupe over here said, even if you ask most people whose father wasn't around, and now that they're adults, you ask them if they would have stayed, and their answer would be no. Because we've gained discernment, we've understood what our moms and our fathers have went through if they did step out, not justifying it, but now we understand what led up to that. But it was hard for us to see that as a child. I'll land there. And brother Velvet, I'm gonna let you go for the night, bro. I don't want to get my head cracked, but I just want to show some love to the family over here.
All right, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for your perspective. Anybody can go. Oh, come on. Who was it? What's her name? The hustler?
Borgie.
Yeah.
I think it's Borgie Hustler.
The bougie hustler?
Hi. Oh yes, it's the it's the bougie hustler, but I'm Leslie. Oh man, it was. I was just trying to think. I'm sitting here watching the Ohio State football game, and like so my attention was like diverted. But we were what he was talking about. Oh my God. Yep, I completely forgot. So I'm just gonna yield. I'm gonna yield my time, okay?
So we were talking. So you didn't forgot what we talking about?
Yes, because this game just got like kind of a little bit interesting. Like, and that's yeah.
Well, I got some interesting stuff too. Low. Thank you. Chubb, what up?
How you doing, family? How's everything?
We good, brother.
I like that hat you wearing.
Appreciate that. So, do you know what we're talking about tonight?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Even though I just got in here not too long ago, but I'm listening.
All right.
Listen to my brother up above me.
Let me get your perspective then.
That rolls both ways, just like you were saying too. Like that's hard. Oh man, it's like you can't put a child in that position. Because matter of fact, their brains and they can't even dissect that or even process that. You know what I'm saying? That bad energy coming from the mother and the father. You know what I'm saying? Because they so fragile where they can't even stand on their own 2 feet really. You know what I'm saying? Because they the mother, you got one hand your mother. You know what I'm saying? That's your mother. And then you got on your other hand, that's your father, because you could be daddy's little girl, and then you could be how they say,
a mama's boy,
mommy's little boy. You know what I'm saying? So it rolls either way, but I don't think it's fair for the children to be put in that situation. Period.
I get what you're saying. But it's here's the thing with that, right? This is why I don't like talking about children or intervening children in that part. But it was a good thing that people brought them up because there are some serious issues with that. When it comes to it, right? Regardless of the fact of what I did, whatever act I did, the simple fact is this: you're not leaving right away. See, here's the thing of people talk about, oh, cheating can be justified. Yes, it is justified because your behind is still there. It ain't like I cheated, I came home and you packed my stuff up and you left. No, you had to actually sit and think and realize what your life is going to be like without me, whether I cheated or not, and vice versa. Let's call a spade a spade. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, the next day you're going to wake up and leave. No, you're not. Because you have no place to go. You have no plan. So when people sit here and say, "Oh, he cheated on me and I left," but how long did it take for you to leave? Because you had to. Yeah, you're gonna get dog walked tonight. At the end of the day, for all y'all talking about, you should leave the relationship, right? Do the math. How many of y'all, if the person cheated on you, that you actually got up and walked out the same day when that person, or when you found out? No, you didn't. You stayed for various reasons. And then you just got tired, and then you up and decided to leave. But you didn't leave, so guess what? That was justified. Bottom line, however you want to look at it. You found out, he told you, okay, I did what I did, my bad. And he explained it to you why he did it. And then you still sat there. You didn't get up and, well, I'm packing my stuff, I'm leaving. No, the hell you didn't. No, you know why? Because you thought about one or two things. Where am I going? How am I supposed to live? What about the kids? All this other stuff. I can go to my mother's house, but how long can I stay there? Let them up. Whoever want to come up, Lo, you know what we're doing tonight.
No, she's private. I think.
Okay, I got her. There you go. Hi, Chanel. Welcome in. Come on in.
I've been listening. I'm hoping I'm understanding the topic.
Can cheating be justified?
So, what I heard about what you're talking about, the children in situations like that, and just from the perspective of, I'm 57, but I grew up in a household where from as young as I can remember, my mother talking about a particular woman's name whenever my parents got into an argument. And I mentioned that because it took into my adult life, me and my brother, to really come to terms to be able to have a conversation with my parents, because this is something that's impacted my family for many years. And if I'm honest, it's because I'm sure that's not the only person that, you know, there was a issue of infidelity, you know, meaning over the years, there have been other things. So my mother, always me as her only daughter, I think she felt I was daddy's girl. And she always said things about him in that situation that there's no way I should have even known anything about. And it was so bad. And this is what I want to share, that after all these years, they just celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary and my father's 80th birthday. And the anniversary, all the family was there, and they argued so bad, my father couldn't even show up. We had all these people there, and me and my brother had to make excuses. It was the most, I mean, we are in a good emotional place with it because we could support each other. But can you imagine all those years of marriage, him being an excellent provider, them being great parents, but because of the dynamic, they couldn't, you know, in a situation like that, even come together in front of family. He had an 80th birthday party a week later, and she couldn't come to that, you know? And it's just really sad. I mean, obviously, yeah, we've dealt with it, but we had to tell them. They still argue like it was yesterday, the same energy like when I was 5 or 10. It's really the craziest thing in the world. And bottom line, we just had to say, you know, it's not our issue. It's not our problem. If you want to separate at this age, you know, whatever you want to do, we'll support you. But we can't be responsible. And I must admit, it took in my 50s to even be able to have that kind of conversation. But the impact to youth situations is so devastating.
Your service is crazy right now.
Hey, Velvet, I want to reset real quick. I can't hear her.
There you go.
I want to reset real quick because something I said took us off the rails because I shared an experience from a child's view, and I want to get back to what the actual question is. Kind of removing the children from it because you had made a comment, and that's why I said that, how it's impactful to the kids.
Right.
But let's get back to just the brass tacks of is cheating ever justified? And let's try to leave the children out of it. At this point, I think we kind of beat that horse. We good on that one.
Yeah.
So is cheating justified? Let's just kind of get back to that.
So my thing is this, right? I'm looking at what Sin said. She said it's a character flaw. If you can't control your own urges, you probably can't even lead. That has nothing. Being a leader and cheating has nothing to do with anything. Has nothing to do with anything. Because guess what? If that's the case, then your character flaw too, because you didn't know how to follow. Let's keep it a buck. So since I can't lead, you don't know how to follow, then guess what? So is that a character flaw for you? But like I said before, when a woman cheats, what did I say? What are y'all going through? You're going through something. Am I right or wrong? A woman has to go through something. It's something emotional. It's something that this man just ain't doing. So why is it justifiable for a woman, but when the man does it, it's a whole nother situation. He's a dog. Like I said before, he like your women say, he can't lead. It's certain things that he just can't do. Listen, some of y'all out there, let's be real. Some of y'all got them work husbands. Oh, did I say that out loud, Ford? My bad. Because a lot of men don't have work wives, but a lot of women have work husbands. Some of y'all out there cheating with your bosses, getting busy in the office with your boss, but you ain't sitting there telling your husband that.
I think you need to say that again.
They heard me. The sad part about it is this. If a man goes out and cheats and he tells you the reason why he went and did it, he's justifying his reasons why he did it. That's it. That's all it is. Justification is me explaining to you and telling you why I did what I did. I am justifying the reason why. Now, this is the reason why y'all don't cast the question. Can cheating be justified? Yes, it can. I never said it about being forgiven. I said, can it be justified? And y'all sat here talking about all this other nonsense, but guess what? If I cheated and I came and I told you, I'm justifying the reason why I did what I did. Period. Oh, you ready to talk, Bougie?
Yeah, cool. Because actually, right with what you just said, I agree with you. Cheating can be justified. I don't know if justification is really what we're talking about, but because if you cheat and you get caught, and if you are standing on your thing or whatever, or even if you're just a man, that's just what you're gonna do. But this is what I wanted to share. Someone shared this kind of thing earlier. My mom, I don't even know how this happened, but my mom, many years ago, she took me. I was probably 7, about to turn 8 because it was cold, right? She took me into this hotel and was banging on this door. Left my older brother in the car, right? But, whatever. I'm out here. No, we're not. Nothing. There's no response. Then it's calling the police or something like that. And then my mother says, your daughter's out here. This, then, the third. She makes me say hello. I was like, Dad, whatever. And he opened the door, right? And I shared it to say that at that particular moment, that is what in retrospect, I wouldn't have known it then, but just looking back on it now, that the fact that he opened the door and came to me let me know that whatever was going on between my mom and him, in their marriage, and the girlfriend, who, yes, I know her too, that's none of my business. It has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? My dad became a better father after my parents got divorced. You know what I mean? So, whatever the case may be, it's not about justification. Who you justifying it to? Your children, the other woman, your parents. Who you justifying it? That was an open question because that's what y'all were talking about.
Wait, what was the question? I got lost. I'm sorry.
Y'all were saying justify. Can cheating be justified? I'm asking y'all, who do y'all need to justify it to? Who is,
See, here's the
not
thing.
Justified literally, like as in a person. The meaning is the act justified. You might want to go focus on that game, sis. No disrespect.
No. It's totally fine. This is very interesting because you're thinking about what does it really actually feel like. I've been through these kinds of things, but what does it feel like? You know what I mean? This is where everybody talks in these kind of, kind of bubble like, conversation bubbles, if you will. But have y'all actually ever been through any of the things y'all talking about?
You really want to know?
Yes. And I'll mute.
Well,
and I'll just
I can tell you this. That's none of your business. We're not here. Has it happened to you?
Can you speak to the topic?
Yeah,
if you want to share your personal, you're more than welcome to. But can you answer the question?
That's all it is. It's a simple question. Can it be justified? Yes or no?
Yes, it can be justified.
No, dude, you've answered it. You've done a beautiful job, brother. Please, we're trying to get Bougie to answer, or we're going to vacate her space so someone who can speak to the topic can come up and do so.
I would. Yes, I'm back. I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing me back on task. Yes, I guess I would say I land on the side of yes, it can be justified. But
okay.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Yep, you can drop me. I'll still be listening. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, Bella, back to you.
Okay, here's my thing. People make it so hard to understand about how can it be justified because they don't want to admit the truth and they don't want to feel. Just because I sat there and I told you and I'm explaining to you why I did it. I'm explaining to you why I'm going to explain to you why I did it. Has nothing. I'm telling you, this is the reason why I cheated. This is the reason why I chose to do it. This is the reason why I chose to cheat on you and I sat there and I told you, I am giving you justification on why I went out and laid down with another woman. Because it's something that you lacked, that it's something that you wasn't doing. Bottom line, I'm not going to just go out there. I'm not going to just go out there and random just go cheat and then come back and no. I'm cheating because of what? Because see, y'all want to call it an excuse. It's only an excuse for y'all because y'all don't want to hear me justifying why I did it. Now you just said make it make sense. You have to justify it. I'm telling you the reason why I did what I did. I'm explaining to you why I did what I did. I did this because of what? It has nothing to do with an excuse. I'm telling you what it is. So I am justifying my reasons why I went out there and cheated. So now you get that. Now it's an excuse. So let me ask you this. Justify this question. Justify why the hell you wear them long ass eyelashes. Justify why you put on so much makeup and change your looks. You got justification for that? Can you justify that? Justify why your hair's this long, but when I met you, your hair was this long. Can you justify that? Or those are just excuses? Make it make sense. Why justify why you got nails on top of nails? Don't play in my face with that nonsense. Yeah, I go all the way.
Justification
Here
is
we
not
go.
an excuse.
Who said anything about an excuse? I'm not making an excuse. I'm telling you what I did.
Justification is not an excuse.
What are you talking about?
That's a layman's term for I did what the fuck I wanted to do.
Okay, first of all, I don't do profanity on my platform. Respect my house.
Hold on, June Cleaver. June Cleaver didn't even talk like that, okay? We don't use profanity on this live. You're going to have to exercise some self-control and articulate using your big words, ma'am, and not the colorful ones, okay? So you can come off mute, but you cannot cuss here. No profanity, okay? You can come off mute and make your point.
Pack up. We ain't got time to be
June Cleaver?
Pack up. We ain't got time for that. We can go to brother, because...
Yes, sir.
We ain't got time for that. What's up, brother? Welcome in.
What's up? I'm just tuning in, man, checking it out. I'm trying to hear what's going on.
So let me give you the gist of it. Can cheating be justified? Simple question. Can cheating be justified?
Can it be justified? It can be justified.
Can you break it down for them, please?
Well, only if, when you said that, let me see. Only if it's forgiven. Like, it's only justified after it can't be justified because you're doing it right now. Like, I don't believe that if you out here cheating, that can't be justified. But if you have cheated and you come back to your partner and y'all talk about it and she forgive you or he forgive you, it can be justified. But not, like, if I'm cheating right now on my wife, that can't be justified.
Why not? You explained, you told her the reason why you did what you did. Did you not justify the situation why you did what you did? Isn't that what justifying is? When I justify something, which means I'm explaining to you exactly the reason why I did something. I just justified the reason why I did it. Is that not what they want? They want to know why. Well, why did you cheat on me? Well, let me justify why I did it. I did it because you was lazy. I did it because you was doing X, Y, and Z. This is the reason why I went and laid down with somebody.
Okay. I wouldn't use the word justified in. I use the word explain. You know what I'm saying? I can't, because justified kind of mean like it's approved, like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's justified. Like I do it all, I did this and it's gonna be okay. Like whatever justified mean, I cheated and you gotta live with it. That's justified.
No, that just means she got accepted.
Right. Justified mean it's right. Like if something is justified, that means it's made right. You know what I mean? And cheating is not right. Regardless of why we do it, it's still not right because with my wife, I chose to get married to her and I took vows. So no matter what she do or what she don't do, I don't have the right to go cheat on her. We got to work this thing out. We got to talk this thing out. But I took those vows as a married man to say, I'm going to be with you regardless. So I should have, instead of jumping into marriage, I should have known who I was getting into marriage with, getting to know somebody to see if this is the person I wanted to marry, because if it's not the person I wanted to marry, once I get into this marriage, I can't cheat now because I took that vow. So it's not justified because I agreed to be faithful. So I'm breaking my vows, if that makes sense. That's how I see it.
Anybody else would like to go? What's up, Kels? Welcome in.
Hi.
You got the floor. You can speak.
I think I kind of agree with what he's saying. I don't think it can be justified, but it can definitely be forgiven and you can get past it. But I think before that happens, I don't know why there's not like any communication about what's going to lead up to it. You know what I mean? Like, how do you get to that point where it's like you want to cheat?
It's good.
Conversations that weren't had in advance.
It's not a wanting to cheat. It's something that just happened. And listen, some people, sometimes you get a legitimate reason why you did what you did. You know why I went out and cheated? Because you stopped making love to me. You know why I went out and cheated? Because you stopped doing certain things. You know why I went out and cheated? Now, am I not justified or am I making an excuse on why I cheated? I'm telling you. This is my own legitimate reason of why I went and did what I did.
I mean, people do cheat if you don't do certain things. I can agree with that. They do. That's just human nature. People need what they need, and if you're not getting what they need, then they go elsewhere to get it.
The fact that's killing me is it's always an excuse. How many excuses do it's always an excuse when man does something, but when a woman does it, she justifies her reason. Why is it that? Like,
women cheat too. I think
no, but
emotional reasons. And
what I just said, did I not say that? See,
it's true.
Did I not say that? I just said women. It's an emotional thing.
Right. Because women require a lot. I think that men, I could be wrong, but I think that men just like sex and good food and peace. And, to feel appreciated. But women, we want to be noticed. We want you to notice our hair. We want you to notice if we change clothes, if we put something special in the food. We want you to notice every little thing. And if you're not giving us all those little things, then sometimes we'll veer out and start looking for someone who can give us those small things. And I don't think that you have to be physically cheating to cheat. Cheating can just be an emotional thing, a back-end conversation that you aren't telling your partner about. So I think the different types of cheating. But women I think are more calculated with it. I think, now I could be wrong here, but when women cheat, like it's more planned out. I think men are more spontaneous when they cheat. Women, we're already planning to do it. We don't go out and say, oh, I'm going to cheat. Like we're already thinking about it in our mind.
Well, let me. If you a bad mama, let me tell you the reason why men get caught cheating. I'm gonna tell you why men get caught and why women don't get caught. Simple. It's a simple analogy. The reason why men get caught cheating is this: because the woman that he is cheating with, she tries to take his woman's position. So she turns around and starts doing things that she shouldn't be doing, like the phone calls, the texting, all that other stuff. She shouldn't be doing certain things. That's why brothers get caught. You know why women don't get caught cheating? You know why you're so good at cheating? Because the man that you are cheating with, he plays his position. He's not gonna sit there calling you all types of out. He don't care. He's gonna wait for you to call him. He is not going to be reaching out to you. But that woman, because your women are so emotionally and y'all get emotionally attached to a man, that's the reason why brothers get caught.
Men get caught cheating because women are nosy. We're nosy.
What I just said, it had nothing to do with you being, sister. It had nothing to do with you being nosy. Men get caught cheating for the simple fact is the woman that he is with, and men get sloppy. Let's call a spade a spade. Brothers get sloppy. They get caught up too in the tang and in the lifestyle, like, yo, I'm out there doing me. And then they get caught. But a woman, she moves strategically. And the dude that she's cheating with, trust me, homeboy moves very strategically. Because he knows his position. He knows, listen, I don't want that man's spot. I just want the man's box. But that woman, she want that spot. the first thing, let me tell you something that I realized about a woman in a relationship. Woman always wants to be number one in a man's life. If he has 2 or 3 women, there's a competition for each woman to be number one in that man's life. One of them has to be the number one.
True.
That's just my thoughts. But guys, listen, it's an open panel. Please, anybody can speak.
All right, can I say something real quick, cuz?
Who is this? Is this my cousin?
Yes, it is.
What you're not gonna do is come in here and try to gang. What's up, cuz?
Ah,
So let's let y'all know this is my real family. This is my real blood cousin.
I just wanted to say, I believe the word justify is saying what you did was right, and I also want to say that not every reason is an excuse. So if you ask me for a reason and I give you the reason, I'm not justifying it, but I'm telling you why I did it. It could have been something that you did to provoke it. It could have been something that I was feeling, but I'm not justifying or saying that it was right that I did it. That's the same as saying, okay, this dude hit my mom's, and this is the reason why he's in the coffin now. It's not just that I did unalive him, but that's what made me do it. So if you ask me for a reason and I give you the reason and you don't accept it, I can dig that, I can respect that. But it's not an excuse, it's the reason. But I'm not saying that it's just that I did what I did, because guess what? If anything is happening that way, I'm not really even anything that wasn't there anyway. If I had to call it cheating, that means I was doing something unjust. But if I went on and did what was already in play, is not cheating. It's just me moving on and you moving on.
Interesting. Okay.
Can I say something?
No, go ahead.
Okay, why people can justify crime, but you can't justify cheating?
Can anybody answer?
Crime is justified. I just believe it's what you choose. Whether what you want to explain. Some people like, man, this is not worth talking about. Sometimes it is. You know what I mean? But anything wrong is wrong, regardless to what level or magnitude that you see it as. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, but as far as cheating in different categories, a lot of people pick and choose. Like your cousin said, though, he's justifying. He's telling you why he's cheating. He's telling you. He's justified. Cheating is justified. He's telling you.
But they want. But they want. I'm sorry, guys.
I cheated on my woman. She said why. I told her why. You work too much.
So,
you don't give me time.
So let me ask you a question. No disrespect, not to cut anybody off. An excuse, or did you justify the reason why you did it?
I'm justifying. That's not no excuse. I'm telling you, I'm justifying why I did it. I had free time on my hand. You always at work busting doubles, chasing the bag. Okay, I warned you. You chasing the bag too much. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh no, I picked up at work. All right, bet. Whatever. When I start getting quiet around this joint, that's the sign. All right, keep picking up. Go ahead. Now I got free time on me. Now you caught me slipping. You know what I'm saying? And how I got caught, like you said. The girl texted my phone. I was showing my girl a video on the phone, and text popped up. Good night. With the hearts. Damn, who that?
So if the sister said that, would it be acceptable to the brothers?
Yeah.
That you work too much, or you hustling too much trying to get the bag for the family or whatever like that, and she said, so I had to go see another dude. Will we accept that just as easy?
No, because females get emotional. They'll get emotional with it. That was just a moment thing with me with that girl. I love my woman. You ain't got to worry about me leaving you. But if a woman do that, she get more attached with that man.
See, we cheat on much more than love, though. If you could cheat on me with love, you can cheat on my money, you can cheat with my finances, you can cheat with everything else. So, you know what I'm saying? So a cheater's a cheater, no matter what level they're cheating on. That means they can't be trusted. So me staying around when I'm doing something that's not cool, that means I can't be trusted for anything.
I disagree on that. Just because a woman or a man cheat on somebody that you can't trust them with your money, or I can't agree with that, because I can sleep with every woman in the city, and I run into a woman with a bag, I take her money and run straight back home with it, with my woman that I love. That's your opinion, but that's not a fact.
Not saying factual, you know what I'm saying, but most definitely a person that's a liar is a liar. No matter where you lie, a liar is a liar.
So if I smoke somebody, whatever, that make me a killer?
If you did,
Yes.
yeah. If you did,
Time?
if you
That
did
make-
that,
that make me a serial
you did just that.
It makes you a killer.
Yes.
If you kill
Even if
someone,
it
you're
was in
a
some-
killer.
Okay, we gotta say unalive people.
Language. You have to say
I'm
unalive.
gonna say one more time.
TikTok-friendly words, please.
Respectfully.
It's okay. Thank you. Please tap the screen, everyone.
Yeah, we only
Can I
at
answer-
47. I should be at
in
100.
self-defense. If that's what you did, that's what you are.
May I answer the prompt?
Hold on, Sofrito. We got you, brother. They haven't. I got you. So I want to say something real quick.
Relax, Sofrito.
I want to, if y'all don't mind, I don't want to cut nobody off. I don't want to be rude. If I'm going out of turn and somebody needs to speak, then by all means. Kels, did you get anything you want to say, sister, before I say anything?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna come to you, Sofrito. Okay. We sit here and the question right now, people think it's a loaded question, but it's really not, because it's something that you have to truly ask yourself. Just sit back and think: Can cheating really be justified? We just don't want it. We don't want it to be justified because it hurts. But can it really be justified though? So I'm just throwing that out there so y'all can really think and sometimes get out of your own head, get out of your own way. Because I know a lot of people are like, I won't do it automatically because you had the word cheating. But actually sit back and truly ask yourself this question while I let my brother Sofrito go. Can it really be justified, or are we just mad that it happened to us? Or are we just mad that it's going to happen? I'm going to leave that there. Come on, Sofrito.
What's going on? See, when I think about this, I think about people asking me sometimes, or me asking them sometimes, and like even in a different scenario. When somebody does something wrong, right? And then it's like somebody might say there's no justification for why they did it, right? So, but yet, if somebody can do something wrong, like, just doing something wrong that we all know is wrong, but has a good enough reason, or if that person deserved it, or has a good enough reason, then they gave justification on why they did it. You know what I mean? So to me, it can be justified, because at the end of the day, if you go out and cheat on me, right, and we didn't break up yet, and then I go out and cheat on you, you know what people's going to say? Like he shouldn't have done it, but she did this, and this. So, you know what I mean? Like, don't dog him that much because he had justification for why he did it. That's where I think a lot of the people are missing shit. A guy can go out and, and do this to
The language.
to do something completely wrong, right? And then normally he might deserve 20 years in prison. But, you know what I'm saying? For doing something to that person that did something wrong, but that guy didn't get it because he really did somebody, if he did the world a favor, if that makes sense. I wanted to use different words, but I just can't here. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, cheating can be justified, period.
Coming from Sofrito. You better go ahead, boy. Listen, it is what it is. We got to call a spade a spade. Why would we get mad about something that we can justify? Especially if I sit there and I told you, and this is the thing. See, y'all, if I sit there and tell you why I did it, I'm not justifying, I'm giving you an excuse. If I'm telling you the reason why I did what I did, it's an excuse. If you ask me why I did it and I'm telling you I'm not, it's still an excuse, or I'm holding myself accountable, so I'm justifying the reasons why I did it. I'm telling you exactly what you did that caused me to go do something outside of this relationship. Am I not justifying my reasons?
It sounds like you're giving your reasons, most definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It could be valid, but just meaning it's right is a whole nother story, because I told you why doesn't mean it's just that I did it. You know what I mean? And this is just my perspective. You know what I'm saying? I see everybody sees it from a different aspect, but because I told you why I hit your car, okay, because you hit my car, okay? And the next week I say, well, you hit my car, so I hit yours. Because you told me why I did it, does it validate the fact that you did it?
Wait, so say that again, cuz I was reading comments at the same time. My bad.
I was in a car accident before, right?
Right.
The person hit my car from the back while I was parked, okay? If I would have went back the next week and hit their car and said, now I got you back. You know what I mean? Does it justify what I did to them, or am I telling them why I did it?
You telling them why you did it, justify why you did it. You hit me, so I turned around and hit you. Yes.
If that person hits you, right, and that person was supposed to get ahead and give you money to fix your car and they didn't do it, then yeah, that you have justification on why you did it. You know what I'm saying? Justification comes kind of second. So if you hit my car and I'm supposed to, and you're supposed to give me money to take to the body shop to fix it, and you keep dogging me and not paying up, and I come back and I take matters in my own hands, then yeah, there's justification on why I did it. You deserved it. You know what I'm saying? So justification, I think, comes when somebody deserves something, and that's just that. Now, if they don't deserve it, there's no justification. You have to deserve it in order to have justification.
All right, can I say this, because I definitely got some college work to get to. I understand. There's a quote that said, "Don't answer a fool to his own folly." That means don't act the way a fool is acting, because no one will be able to tell you apart. Why would I do what a fool did to make myself look like a fool just to say I got back at what they did?
Because, let me answer that. We didn't say justification makes anybody look a certain way. Now, if the topic was justification make you look like a fool, we might say yes or no to that. But that's not the question, my man. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying what justification makes you look as a person. We're asking, can cheating be justified? Now, we can say, all right, now, yeah, if you want justification on why you did something, you're a fool and you show your character. But that's not saying that there's still no justification for something. Does that make sense?
I understand what you're saying, brother. I understand. I'm not going to say I agree, but I understand where you're coming from. I respect you all, cuz I love you, man.
Question, did you go see Uncle Charles? Did you go to the Bronx?
No, I did not. You?
You see where I'm at. Oh, you already know. This is why I love you, because we on the same page, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, dude. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Cheaper than 100. I seen him maybe about 4 times in my life.
Hello, holla at your boy.
Yes, sir. And one was at a funeral. On Lois' funeral.
That was it. I'm sorry, yo. This my family. We talk about my uncle that passed last week. He was an uncle, but he wasn't an uncle, if that makes sense.
He was uncle by marriage, man. We ain't even had no relationship.
We damn sure didn't. That's why I didn't go. I'm gonna be real. That's why I didn't go. And there's nothing against Charles Lee. I just didn't go.
No, nothing at all. No disrespect. It's just, I'm not gonna waste. You know, I got things that I really have to do as opposed to be there for somebody I didn't know. It's like me going to Barack Obama's funeral. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't no dude.
For real. But I'm going to go there and cry for somebody I didn't know. But anyway, we ain't gonna even go through all that. But I appreciate you, cuz. You know I love you, man.
Yes, sir. Love you likewise, man.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out. Oh, wow. Cousin came in and dropped some jewel bangers on y'all. But listen, we all entitled to our own opinion, what we can consider what is justified and what is not. We can sit here and get upset till our faces turn blue. But if a person sits there and gives you the exact reason why they did what they did, and it's number one, they're holding themselves accountable for what they have done, and yet they are sitting there telling you, listen, I am going to tell you the reason why. Woman, you have stopped doing, and I said this in the beginning, woman, you stopped doing so many different things to me that now all of a sudden, because I went out and did what I did, now you want to get upset. But I'm telling you why I did it. So is that I don't know why you're calling it an excuse. Or, oh, that's not what it is. You want to be justified, I'm justifying it, and it's still not good enough. Whether it's I'm giving you my reason or not. It's the same thing when you go to court. When you go to court, you ain't the judge asking you something, you giving the judge the reason why you did it. You are justifying why you did the crime. Anyway, Lotus, you off mute. You need something, sis?
Can cheating be justified in court?
That's between you, your husband, your person, and the judge. Now, here's the thing. What you're not getting is this. I got to say this because, once again, I'm not saying cheating is correct. I am not condoning it whatsoever. I'm just asking the question. I know cheating is wrong. I know it's wrong, but can it be justified? Is the reason? See, this is what y'all don't get. We all know cheating is wrong and this, that, and the third, but can you justify the reason why you did it? That's it.
No.
You can't justify why you cheated on somebody, so you just woke up and cheated.
Oh, did you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard you loud and clear. Now you got the floor. Now let's go.
Okay, I appreciate that. No, you're explaining it. There's a difference between justification
Okay,
and
so
explaining.
so explain to me what justifying is.
Justification is the action of showing something to be right or reasonable. When you're married, you cannot, you should not. It's unacceptable
Why?
to cheat.
Why?
Why? Because it's a covenant between you, that person, and God.
Didn't you break the covenant a long time ago? Didn't a woman break the covenant a long time ago when she started disrespecting her man? But y'all don't talk about that though. Didn't that woman when that woman decides to try to take the role of a man and do all this other stuff? Like y'all want to talk about vows? And y'all people want to sit and talk about vows and all this other stuff. Like, come on, how many people hit the no? I can't pump these brakes. These are my brakes.
You're being aggressive.
I'm not. No, whoa.
Whoa. His wife is in the panel. Hold on now. We're gonna watch how we talk to him. Hold on. No.
Let me
We're gonna watch how we talk to him. This is his panel. You can't come in here and tell him to pump his brakes and tell him he's being aggressive. If you don't like it, you can leave. It's not that I don't like it. I just feel an energy. Okay. And again, if you don't like it, you can leave if you feel he's being aggressive. But his wife is in the panel, and if she hasn't addressed it or told him to simmer down, then you don't have a place.
First of all, let me explain people. I don't even need to explain myself. This is who I am. People come here because this is how I talk. I'm not, because you're new here, so I'm gonna give you a pass.
I appreciate that.
I'm not aggressive. I may talk like this because I'm a New Yorker and I'm very passionate about everything I say when I say certain stuff. Respectfully. Like I said, if my wife don't say anything about, babe, you're doing too much, whatever the case may be, then I'll have to tone it down. But she knows how I give it up. And this is what I do over here in this live. And there's no disrespect to you because it's your first time here. So thank you for joining.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. But now, to get back to my aggressiveness, at the end of the day, I got to laugh, so I'm sorry, Lo. I need to laugh for a minute because that whole part was funny. Okay. Let me just say this real quick. When it comes to certain things, when it comes to these vows, a lot of people preach these vows, but let's do the math. How many people are actually following the vows? Because here it is, and a matter of fact, we're going to even take cheating out of the equation when it comes to these vows. For better or for worse, but they leave when it gets worse. Why you're not justifying why you're leaving? Make it make sense, right? For sickness and in health. Hold on, sister. Let me get through these vows.
Okay.
For sickness and in health, and guess what? When the man gets super sick and the woman can no longer take care of him, she goes and leaves. And guess what she actually does? When a man gets sick and his body can't function the way that she wanted to function, she's out there sleeping with somebody else, actually trying to wait for this man to pass so she can go do something else. Let's keep it moving. What is it? For better for health, through thick and thin, whatever it is, for sickness, all that. Think about how the vows are said, right? Half the time, women will bounce. And the main one is for better or for worse. Because here it is, that man cheated. That was one of the worst things that he did. He broke a vow, but guess what? You ready to leave. But ain't you supposed to stay married? But then they're gonna say, well, the Bible says. Not everybody's walking in Christ. Not everybody's Bible thumping. But people use the word of God. And I'm sorry, and I gotta put it because he just put this on my heart. People use the word of God as if it is a weapon only when it caters to something that makes them feel hurt. But these people do not pick up don't read the word when they feeling good. When things are going good, how many people actually will, let me pick up, I'm married, let me pick up and read my Bible? No, because things are going absolutely good. But the moment things get messed up, and the moment a man does something or something happens in their marriage, all of a sudden they want to turn to the word of God. Let's keep it a buck. The sad part about it is people need to stop coming in these platforms if you are not a full-blown Holy Ghost filled individual, where you know that you are in your scripture day and night. Like the word of God says, a man must meditate day and night. Where you are in constant prayer, where you have a connection with the Holy Father. Please. I beg y'all, stop doing it. And I'm not, and if it don't apply, let it fly.
Marriage is still a covenant. It's still a covenant. And if a woman cheats, she's wrong. If a man cheats, he's wrong. Yes, that some sort of dialogue, some sort of conversation should ensue to ensure that you guys are on the same page. And if it continues, then somebody needs to make a decision and step off.
But sister, if I cheated one time, you're gonna leave me because I cheated one time, and I'm justifying the reason why I cheated?
No, that's not what I said.
No, but this is what I'm asking, because when I say cheated, I ain't say cheating.
No,
I said
that a conversation should ensue.
But if I'm trying to conversate with you, if a man is trying to conversate with his woman and tell him some of the sexual needs that he desires, that he needs, and she's not hearing him, what is he supposed to do then?
A conversation should ensue.
But sister, I'm telling you, he's trying to talk to his wife. He is coming to have his wife. He is having these conversations. Baby, this is what I need from you. Baby, I'm telling you this for the past 6-7 months. He's been having the same or trying to have the same conversation, and all she's been doing was listening to respond. She hasn't been hearing her husband. And now this man got fed up and just like, you know what? I went out and I did something and it was a mistake. You know why? Because I was vulnerable at that state. Why you think? And I got to keep it real. Sometimes married men, and sometimes this is why I could say cheating can be justified, is because you wind up in a place where you shouldn't be, because you're not in the right headspace no more, because of the simple fact that you've been having these conversations with your woman for such a long time, and she's not hearing you. She's just keep responding, listening to respond to you, and now you feel like you would even have a safe space, and next thing you know, you wind up someplace where you shouldn't be, and something happens.
May I respond to that?
Yes, you may.
Okay, maybe that's your answer. Maybe that is the answer. If it's 6 or 7 months and she still doesn't hear you, that's the answer. Then somebody should make a decision. That's a long time.
I agree with the brother. I agree with everything that he's saying, and I'm saying it's from a man's point of view. What he's saying, I literally experienced that. Used to be married, but not married no more. But I literally experienced that. What he's saying, so I agree with him 100% on that. And even for a female, for me, once she cheat on me as a man, mentally I can't take it, so I'm gone. See, men think different from the crazy thing about it. Men think different from women. I know it's the same, but we see it differently.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to just jump in.
No, you're good. What's up, Monica? Welcome in.
How y'all doing? Thank you for letting me in. Lotus, how you doing tonight? Yes, here's the thing. This is a very hit home to my heart conversation is why I joined. Because I'm 45. I don't have to lie to nobody. My life is transparent. If you ask me a question, I'll give you the answer. You may not like it, but I'll give it to you, right? If somebody can learn from it, then they can learn from it. I mean, I was with my daughter's father for 17 years since I was 19, had my daughter at 21. He was supposed to be my forever. For him as well. I was his forever. Really, we had it. We were golden. I mean, we were partners. We had it made. Never fought, especially about no money. You know what I mean? That was the main thing. We was hitters in the game. We knew how to work, bring the money to the table. Ain't no problem. You know what I mean? Connection in the bedroom, hot. You know what I mean? Amazing, great. We look good together too. We mirror each other very well. Problem is He was older than me, 5 years older. You would think he would have got it out of him, but not really, because he was well known in my town, and he was fine, and a lot of attention from women. He was used to all that, right? I knew what I was getting into with him. I did. I knew he had a lot of ladies and what his reputation was in that sense. But he had promised, this is you and me. This is you and me. We gonna do it, and that's what it was, right? And sure enough, he cheated. He did. He cheated. You know what I mean? I found out he was 5 years in. He cheated. Broke my heart. Broke me. But I wasn't finna leave him. I wasn't ready to leave him. He wanted my forgiveness. He begged. I begged him to leave. I said, you cheated. Go ahead and go. This is your opportunity. This is your out, right? He's looking at me like, absolutely not. Is this my out? I don't even know why I did it. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I would never, just all of that. And I forgave him. I did. I forgave him. And my mom even told me to forgive him. You know what I'm saying? My mom even said, well, he's not trying to leave you. He wants to fix it. You guys work on it. You have a family. You have a daughter, Yes, let's work on it. Sure enough, another couple years go by. He cheats again. You know what I mean? Again. I find out again.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Yes.
What role do you think that you played in that whole part?
I'm going to get to it because this is what ended up happening.
Yeah, because you just got to make it a little bit,
Sorry, yeah. It spiraled, and I never really truly forgave him from the first time because he never really gave me a reason why he did it. Do you see what I'm saying? And never spoke to me about it. He's sitting here, I don't know why I did it. Well, is it me is why you did it? What am I doing wrong at this point? And in my head, I'm fluttering through all of this, and I made him pay for it for a long time. I demasculated him. You know what I mean? I never gave him his flowers. He tried. You know what I mean? He tried to get my forgiveness by showing me things, and he was just that guy. And I'm telling you, by the 17th year and the last time he cheated on me, I left him. And I finally asked him, you just need to tell me for real now, just why, dude? I'm really, truly leaving you. You're never going to leave me. I got to go. I'm 36 at this time. And he says, Monica, because you always made me feel like a bitch ass ninja.
No, we don't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
no
didn't say
profanity.
that. I'm sorry. But that's his words. He said, you always made me feel like nothing was ever good enough for you, Monica. You know what I mean? Everything I did was never good enough for you. Oh, and when he said that, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. My heart broke for him. How ironic is that, right? How ironic is it that I actually was like, whoa, 17 years, you ain't never told me nothing like that. But I told you a lot in those 17 years, right?
He basically, how can I sum that one up? That was
Now, how is that justified?
Well, you did, because you forgave him. You forgave him every time that he went out and did it. So it was justified. And he told you the reason why he did it.
At the end.
Yeah, but you did it but 3 times. I'm when I'm talking about cheating, I don't mean you going out there laying up. See, he did it because he wanted to do that. That's what I'm looking at. Now, at the end of the day, if a person cheats, and I'm not talking about constantly just running up and I'm talking about, once again, ladies and gentlemen, can cheating be justified? Meaning, I went and cheated. Can I justify the reason why I cheated? I'm not, and the thing is, why is it that when something like that happens, I can understand, this is where people get the word of God and they mess it up and they misinterpret. Oh, well, it's infidelity. Yeah, I did it once, but that is where what? That's the bad part of the marriage. When I did something, hold on, Monica. No, it's never one and done. See, that's a woman's mentality. It's one and done. Because guess what? How many times did you messed up and I still stayed with you throughout that marriage? See, there's no perfect person in a marriage.
Right.
Period. Neither one of us is perfect. But we try to perfect the marriage. And when things fell in a marriage and certain things happen, you got, and if I slip up and I go out there and I slide up in a woman, I made a mistake. That's me. I have to own up to that. But I can also justify the reason why I did what I did and explain to this woman, look, this is why I did what I did. Now, if she wants to stay to work on to fix the marriage, then yes, that's what we're gonna do. Because look, baby, I did what I did. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I just had to, because it was something that you wasn't doing. And I've been trying to tell you this for the longest, but you ain't trying to hear me.
No, I didn't get that, Velvet. I didn't get that. I got the I don't know. I don't know why I did it, but I'm never going to do it again.
Right?
I mean, see, I can't explain that was your marriage. I'm gonna be honest. That was yours.
That's just in general. How many women do get that answer? How many men
Get what answer?
How many men can be so in tune with their own self and say, like you, and say, the very first time, I'm talking, it took him 17 years at the very last time for me to leave him to tell me I was doing wrong to him.
But see, but then that was him because he was, listen, that means he was holding you hostage. He was holding you hostage because he could at the end of the from the first time, he should have went and told you. He should have told you the reason why. So that way you can do what you need to do. And if you was willing to, and like you said, you stayed in that marriage for 17 more years. So at that point, he should have came and told you X, Y, and Z. So that way he wouldn't have to go out and do it no more, but he didn't. So he used you as a crutch.
Again and again and again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So you can't blame him if he never told you, but he told you at the end. So who's the fool?
I'm leaving, and I was never going to be the fool again.
But it took you 17 years. So
indeed, it took me.
You were the puppet on the string, and I want to say this though, real talk. A lot of times, sometimes when a man goes out and cheat, women want to blame themselves. They want to be like, "Oh, it's because of me. What I'm not doing." If a man is a compulsive cheater, which means that he had every single time he's going out, he's out there slaying with other women. That's not the type of man I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Understand that. I'm talking about a one-hitter quitter.
Indeed. It should never be justified, but my accountability is deep, y'all. In general, after 17 years or no matter what, I'm not going to take the fact away that his cheating and his infidelity was a problem within his own mind and spirit and God. For me, I know what parts I played in those 17 years. He still didn't want to stay. After that last cheating, he begged and said, let's go to counseling. Let's figure this out. Well, now it's too late. I am finally done. You know what I mean? Like, there is no coming back from this. And in essence...
So let me ask you this. Being that you're no longer with this person, right? Because you're kind of monologuing a little bit. Let me ask you this. Are you with somebody right now?
I am, yes.
Okay, so is this person the same? Is this person the same type of man that you were with before?
I'm similar in some ways, but not the same in that aspect.
Well, then guess what? I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. Sometimes you need to look in the mirror because you're about to repeat the same cycle. I'm gonna land right there. Let me go to somebody. Rain, you got anything you want to share?
I'm just taking it all in. But okay, I got a quick question, right? We've been going around in circles, right, with this cheating thing. But where I'm a little confused is people don't understand that cheating can be small, minute things, right? It can be like a woman kind of over flirting with a man at the grocery store.
Say that again. Say that again, please.
It could be a text that was given that you probably shouldn't have been given, but you gave a little bit too much conversation in it to somebody of the opposite sex. It could be, we went over this before yesterday. It could be the connected hug that you give somebody in the store that you got a little too connected with, right? So I'm trying to understand. You can't say, everybody keeps saying, I wouldn't cheat, you shouldn't cheat, this and that. But people cheat. They just cheat in different ways.
Say it.
And they try and justify it. So technically, you just justifying what little bit makes sense to you, but it's still cheating.
Come on, baby.
You're still doing something you shouldn't be doing with the opposite sex.
Say it again, please, for all those in the chat.
Right?
That was talking all that smack about, oh, this, that, and the third. I love what you just said. I love what you just said. So now, let's get to the brass tacks. Ladies, if you were at a bar and you got a whole husband, and the man offers you a drink and you accept that drink, is that not cheating? Ladies.
Now,
I mean, it's insinuating that you're not married. But is it validated to say, hey, honey, I was at the bar and this guy bought me a drink?
See, the funny part is what my wife just said hit home. And the funny part is I don't see nobody in the chat disagreeing with what she said. Cheating is cheating. If you and listen, a lot of women flirt with other men. Is that not a cause of cheating? A lot of y'all breaking your doggone necks to smile at a brother. Here's the sad part. How do you justify mental cheating? Because a lot of y'all women mental cheat too. Ooh. Oh, y'all know about that mental cheating, right? That kind of threw you off a little bit.
I'm sorry, I don't think that smiling at somebody is cheating.
Yeah, all right. You smile at the right dude.
That's from a man or a woman.
Sister, you smile at the right dude. He say something to you, you smiling at him, you open Pandora's box.
And then you say respectfully, I'm married.
You think that's gonna stop a brother? Why would you have to tell a person what you are? You see what I'm saying?
They can see you have on a ring, but again, I don't think that constitutes cheating, because cheating is a deliberate and intentional act. So if somebody sees you and they compliment you about something you have on or something, you don't have any control over anybody but yourself.
I respect what you're saying, right? Let me tell you two things that I know. If a man is very attractive, more attractive than your so-called husband, and whatever the case may be, and this brother says something to you, and you start smiling, and you be like, I'm married, and he still be like, well, listen, I'm not even trying to be your man. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you, this, that, and the third. Next thing you know, you find yourself engaged in a conversation with a whole man that you shouldn't even be standing there engaged in a conversation with, telling them stuff that you shouldn't be telling them. Yes, these things happen. See, a lot of people will sit up on this platform and be like, no, that's not me. I would never do that. I don't care. And then when it comes to the mental cheating part, which is one of the hardest things that a lot of people don't even realize that they do. The mental cheating is this. Picture this, you sitting there, you watching TV with your man, and all of a sudden one of them actors that you like that is so fine to y'all, and y'all be like, I love him. Girl, you don't even understand and you a married woman, you are fantasizing about somebody that you can't even have. Is that not a form of mental cheating? But can you justify that part? When you're sitting with your man and you actually tell somebody that you tell your man that you love this man on TV, is that not a form of cheating? Mentally?
Mentally.
Is that not a mental form?
No, unless you are obsessed with somebody, that's not cheating.
First of all, why would you sit there? You are obsessed, sister, because you just said that you loved it. Listen, you won't. Come on.
It's not an act of cheating, but it's a form of.
It's a mental.
It's a form of mentally fantasizing about somebody else in front of your man, which becomes disrespectful now, But
Can I say something?
A man can look at a beautiful woman on TV too.
But the one thing we won't say is we will not say that we will not look at a woman and be like, man, I love that woman, yo. That's like saying, you said, man, baby, I love me some Holly Berry. How stupid do I sound saying that?
Can I say something?
That's pretty stupid because Holly Berry, I heard, is crazy.
But come on, brother.
My sister, she they still together, but they split up because while they was in bed doing them, this man, she looked behind her, so he had his phone with a video on with a whole female. That's mentally cheating, right?
Wait, what happened? I'm sorry.
My sister and her man was in bed, and she seen a bright light in his phone. He basically had a video on with a female.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
That's cheating. However you look at it. Listen, anything that occupies your mind other than the person that you're with in a sexual capacity is cheating. If you're thinking of another man sexually, that is cheating. However you want to look at it. But here's the thing, can you justify these things though? See, we sit here and want to talk about, oh, you know, he did this, he went out and cheated. So here's my question: should a man leave his wife because she's fantasizing about another, because she had these sexual thoughts in her head about another man? Did she break the covenant? Did she break the vows? I'll wait.
But she got to really violate.
No. I want to wait. I want to hear this because we were talking about vows earlier. So I just want to make sure I'm correct. Can this man actually walk away from his wife because she did XYZ mentally?
No.
So did she? But my question is this: did she break the vows? Yes or no? Was the vows broken?
Nope.
Why not? It was she mentally cheated on her man. You was fantasizing, cheating, sexually thinking about being with a whole nother dude, but you're trying to tell me because I did the physical act and you did the mental act, what's the difference? Is it the last thing I heard? So now here's my thing. Once again, we want a Bible thump. Let's throw a little word in there. Isn't a sin a sin? No sin is greater than the other. I'll wait.
Oh, the act of adultery, right? The lustful thinking is one thing, right? And to be talked about and spoken about and fixed, because you could say is corn, right? Is that a form of mental cheating as well? Watching
I gotta agree with that, man. I gotta agree with him because on that Tyler Perry movie, I forgot why did you
I
get
don't.
married?
I don't even play with Tyler Perry because he a whole nother.
Exactly, but you remember the part when he said, "So when we was making love, was you thinking about that guy?" And she said, "Yeah."
So what was she doing? Was she not cheating?
She was cheating. He took his ring off right then, walked away.
So that's what I'm saying. So my thing is this. See, but KC, y'all was sitting there talking about all this stuff. But now when I come with a thing, now it's about sinners different here on earth. We have laws in jail time. Come on, stop it. Don't do that, KC. You were doing a little cooking in the chat, but now when I came up with that, now it's about on earth. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Listen, at the end of the day, regardless of the fact, however you want to look at it, my number one question is, can cheating just be justified? Listen, I've been on the joint for 2 hours at 11 o'clock. We got to get ready to wrap up because I got things to do and I got family upstairs. So with that being said, I want to say this. I want to thank everybody that came up today on this platform. Thank y'all for joining us. Real talk. I truly appreciate it. I want to thank everybody that came to the live, that participated, for all those in the chats. But please stick around because I want, for the people that are here, please do not leave, respectfully, because I need y'all to hear the closing and hear my closing so you can get a better understanding of the reason why we do what we do over here on this side of TikTok. But I truly want to thank each and every person that came in. Thank you for likes. Thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for joining. Thank you for those that came to request up. Please, I'm begging you guys, do not leave this live right now. Respectfully. So with that being said, we're going to do this real quick. For each and every person that is up on the platform, I need you to give a very small, very short, no monologuing, please, a very short closing so we can get to what we need to get to. And I can say the things that I need to say so that way we can roll out and everybody can have a peaceful and amazing Saturday night. What's up, Monique? You was already off the mic. Don't do that. Come on.
I just want to say thank you for having me on the panel, family, and good night to everybody. And thank you for the gifts, Mr. Kreider.
Well, thank you for joining. We truly appreciate you, Mo. Fam, what's up, cuz? We still going to talk about that Cheatham thing, but yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you for joining always, and thank you for being part of this live tonight. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, come on, Monica, real quick. Let's go. We're gonna run this down because we gotta get to the brass tacks of this.
Okay, well, thank you for letting me do, and thank you for letting me, express my experience. I definitely can agree with you on there's certain parts of justification of cheating. The only part I don't agree with is continuing to justify the act of it in the sense of why it happened, right? And that's kind of really all it is,
All right. Well, let me say this. Thank you, Monica, for joining us. We truly appreciate you. Hopefully I'll see you again when we be going live. Thank you again. Have an amazing Saturday. Come on, brother.
Man, thank you for letting me be on your live, dog. It was honored, man. Feel like family, but shit, you from New York City, so I got a lot of family from. I'm from Buffalo, New York, so
Well, Buffalo don't count, but we appreciate you. I'm just playing. I'm just teasing. Nah, but thank you for joining, though, for real. I truly appreciate you, man.
You definitely got a new follower, bro. So, man.
All right, I respect that, and you'll definitely get a follow back, brother Rob. See you with the hat on, bro. That's why we brought you up. That New York hat, always.
Hey, thanks for allowing me to come on. The conversation was very interesting. You was talking about some things that I've been through, so I had to join in on it, and it was positive, man. And I'm from the DMV.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, I appreciate that, man. Listen, thank you for joining. I see you follow me. I definitely followed you back, and I hope to see you again soon.
Well, you definitely got a new follower.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Sister Meech.
Thank you so much for affording me the opportunity to listen in and to express myself. I still say we have to agree to disagree, that there's no justification for cheating, but I understand why you say what you say. It's all a matter of perspective.
Indeed.
And I appreciate it. And respectfully, I didn't, my intention when I said aggressive, I wasn't trying to be.
Sister, you ain't got to explain.
Let her do her thing. Go ahead. Yeah. It depends on where you're from in the continental U.S. I'm from Chicago, so I know sometimes I have to pump my brakes, but I was feeling some kind of way. So in order to not feel attacked, I was just asking you to wait, hold up. That's it. No disrespect to you or your wife, and I appreciate you guys listening.
Well, let me say this. People always say that when they first come here, they like, "Oh, he's so aggressive. I can't." But that's not when you come around a while, you'll understand the ways of why I talk the way I talk. But
I spent 5 years in the military. I've encountered people from New York, and I understand.
But you ain't never encountered brother. Let me just stop. But anyway, thank you, though. I appreciate you, sister.
That's why I didn't hang up, because I understood it wasn't your heart. Yep.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Brother Ford, you good? You with us, bro?
You know I'm good. It's only 8 o'clock here, bro. It ain't midnight. You know, you feel me? Yeah, I'm good, man. I thought it was a great conversation. Good stuff. Obviously, the conversation. You do what you do best. You inspire conversation, right? And you create energy and emotion. So I think it's a good tool, and I think it was a good conversation once again. I appreciate everybody joining, and looking forward to the next one, brother.
For sure. Well, we'll be back Monday morning. Me and my brother Ford be back Monday and Tuesday morning. Pull up on us. We do Monday mornings, 7 Pacific, 8 Eastern Standard. We do Monday morning.
Let me tell you, you can't get it.
Well, come on, I can't, because I'm an East Coast dude. Just tell them what we do Monday and Tuesday.
10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific, Forest Focus. And then same time on Tuesday, we got Breakfast with Brethren. We gonna be in the kitchen cooking. You're not even ready for Tuesday, bro. I'm just.
I'm gonna let you listen. I'm not even worried about Tuesday. I'm worried about we're gonna rock out. That's all I'm saying. As long as we get our meal on, that's all. That's the most important thing. But we know who wear the crown. But it's all good.
Whatever.
I appreciate you not. Yeah, don't go nowhere, brother. To my lovely wife, Rain. Hey, baby.
Hey, first of all, let's be clear. Don't none of these stories apply to us. They're just stuff we like to talk about, and he like to take it to the next level and twerk you off. But trust and believe, has nothing to do with me and him. We good over here.
And you
That's
heard,
all I want to say.
And you heard it from the queen herself. And you heard it from the goddess herself. Come on, baby. That's how you do it. But first of all, I love your perspective, mama, for real. You came in here like, boo, 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 boo. I'm like, dang, boy. See, I'm going to tell you.
So that lady do that book, I couldn't get nothing in. She was doing her narrative. I couldn't get the words in.
You better stop.
No, but it was very good. I mean, I like that you bring the rah-rah. You bring the rah-rah. Ford bring peace. Lotus don't play. That's how it is.
And that's that's why we go with what we do. Kay said this is therapy. Y'all was chatting in the chat. Yo, these comments was commenting low. I was getting kind of tight. They'll start pissing.
Y'all my peoples. I love y'all comment cousins. Cousins. Y'all
Yo, they was coming hard. The fact that they was coming hard at your boy too, like, no, and this. I'm just sitting there reading, like, little do y'all know. Little do y'all know. But listen, I love y'all for real. Y'all guys in the comments was amazing. Y'all made this live what it is. You had me on my toes. Yeah, we don't get tight, kid. We don't get tight over here. The New Yorkers, we don't get tight. I'm just gonna come at y'all. Y'all come for me, I'm gonna come for you, respectfully. And it was all respectful and all out of love. But let's do this. Come on, Lo. Let's give it to him real quick, because I got something I want to say.
I just want to say we was missing to tonight, and 757.
Yeah.
He's feeling under the weather, and so brother 757, we hope you feel better soon. We missed your presence tonight. I know you just split in, but you know we love you. I just want to say that is our circle. Let me just say this and let me put it out there. So it's Velvet, me and Rain are the lovely ladies of this panel. We got Brother Ford, we got and we got 757. That is it. Me and Rain are the only ladies a part of this circle. No new friends. I don't play well with other females in a circle. I do embrace y'all that come in and out of this space, but that's it and that's all. We're not welcoming any new females in the circle. We're not even accepting applications, okay? So, with that being said, this is the family, La Familia. That's it and that's all, okay? And when you're already starting off messy, so when you start off messy, we really ain't gonna welcome you in. So I just wanted to address the elephant in the room.
But we do got a couple cousins out there that we like.
I love y'all. I promise you, I love the comment cousins. I love y'all. Y'all move the lives. We would be nothing without y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll be down there interacting with y'all. Y'all keep us cracking up. So please don't stop what y'all do. You know, and I love when y'all be tagging me like Lotus. We got a live one in the comments, and then I zoom right in. Rain, keep me abreast. Mika, I love you. Shout out to Mika, my sis. What's up, sis? She out here in NorCal with me too. But yeah.
What, Mika and Cali?
Yeah, Mika and Cali too. Yeah, we got a lot of West Coast folks out here. Yay.
Where at?
She closer to me.
Okay.
Yeah, she down by my way.
Tell I want to chop cheese. Let me stop.
So Minister JC, God bless you. But when we close the panel, we do not let anybody else up in the panel to discuss the topic. We do have one person that we do let up at the end of the night. That's usually BB, but I think she's out
No,
of the mountain tonight.
no more.
No, don't do that. BB is the highlight to the evening, but she's out and about tonight. So
see, that be pissing me off.
Be gracing us with her presence tonight. Shout out to BB because we love you over here. But I apologize, Minister JC. You're gonna have to come back and join us on another night. But once Velvet closes the panel, we do not let anyone up to speak to the topic. So we apologize.
And just to put it out there, BB, they love you.
He love you too. This live wouldn't be nothing without you at the end of the night.
You don't see the next snap?
Greens tomorrow.
You ain't see the next snap, BB, they love you.
Shout out to Boy Mom. You know I love you, girl.
We just shouting out to everybody that rock with us. Bottom line, and we shouting out to all you new people, for all the new people that's following. Follow everybody that's on the platform. Listen, respectfully, we trying to do something over here that people are not doing on. I know I am. We are, me and my sister and my family. We doing something that they're not doing on TikTok. They can try to duplicate it. They're gonna try to duplicate it. My brother Bay Reezy in the building, always showing up. Appreciate you, like for real. This is what we do. So,
Mr. JC, do you want me to send you your 99 cent back? Because what we talking about?
What are you talking about?
He's talking about he spent 99 cents. I'll send it back to you.
Spending on.
Yeah.
99 cents. Yo, son, for real, you want change back?
Send me your Cash App. I'll send you the 99 cents because we don't do that over here.
Did he say he spent 99 cents?
Yes, DM me, Minister.
He a minister? See, this is what I be talking about.
They collect money. Ministers got to collect.
He said it was the point. He said it. He said it was the point of the matter.
Send me your cash app or send me your church website and I'll donate the 99 cents to your
No,
church.
I don't want to play it, son.
Yeah, me too. Jeez.
Hey, we're gonna talk on the back end.
Yes, he did. Good night, cuz. I can't believe that pastor said something about 99 cents.
That's how they be. That's how they be.
You know what?
Why people don't want to come to church.
I thought you gave it unto God.
All right, can we move on, please?
Okay, please.
Okay.
Let's move on. Let's not
All right.
entertain that.
Lord, you got a little background noise, so I'm going to meet you up real quick so I can do this closing. I can't believe that man talking about 99 cents. Okay, minister, pray for me and I'm going to pray for you. Here we go. After a conversation like this tonight, boy, oh boy, that's why I didn't speak to it, because some of y'all was triggered. One thing becomes clear. Cheating is never just about the moment. It's about everything that led to it. Some people say there's no justification. Some say context matters, and some admit they've done things they swore they would never do. Once they felt unheard, unseen, or unloved. But here's the truth. Justifying cheating won't heal the damage it leaves behind, and condemning it won't stop people from crossing that line again. What does matter is accountability, communication, and the honesty most people wait too long to give. Whether you believe cheating can ever be justified or not, the real question is this. What broke in the relationship before the cheating even happened? And could it have been saved? My short answer, no. Cheating is not justified, but the reasons behind it can be explained even if they can't be excused. Thank you for being open, vulnerable, and bold enough to sit in the discomfort with us tonight. This is Velvet After Dark, where the truths aren't always pretty, but they're always real. Thank y'all for coming, and I hope y'all have a good night.
Thank you for that. I want to give my little closing remarks. First of all, I want to thank you. I want to thank my panel, thank my family for that. I want to give my closing remarks. I know how I move. You know, this is the part where I just do me. No disrespect to my family up here. Real talk. But I gotta pack y'all up. I love y'all. We'll talk on the back end when I'm done. So
yes, we need a conference call. So.
Okay, yeah. So let me
quick before I go to bed.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I gotta pack her up. Packing you up for it. Packing you up, Lo. All right, real talk. Thank y'all again for joining. Whew, Jesus. So, bottom line, cheating can never be justified. Could never really be justified at all. My sister said it all on her thing. Could never be justified. It's just simple. It simply doesn't have a place in a relationship. Trust and respect are the cornerstones of healthy partnerships, and infidelity causes profound harm to both. Bottom line. That's why I was sitting here typing, because I was writing that down. So understand, I do certain things because I want people to think outside the box. That's the reason why I was saying what I was saying. I do not condone cheating. Can it be justified? Heck no. Bottom line. There's no way in the world you can justify doing something to someone else that causes harm to someone's heart. Not to them, but to their heart. Respectfully. So if a man or woman ever try to justify their situation to you, they are lying. You know what? We already proved the fact that it cannot be justified. Bottom line. But I do what I do because I'm Velvet Jones and I'm good at what I do. So that's the reason why you all got triggered. That's the reason why I say what I say. Anyway, hopefully I get to see you guys again. If you follow me, you can go on my profile. You will see that the days that I go live, that I personally, Velvet Jones, goes live. Normally it's Wednesday morning, Friday mornings, 9 Eastern Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Any other time from that, if you're on the West Coast, it's 6 o'clock. And if you are in the Central Time, it's what? 9, 10, it's like 9 o'clock. Pull up on me. Come get this work, especially before you go to work. And then we do Velvet After Dark Saturday nights such as this. Sometimes the times may change. Sometimes we may do 12 o'clock midnight, or we may do 9 o'clock. It's to be determined, but guess what? it is what it is, and we're here. This is the reason why I love doing what I'm doing, because I truly love and I truly appreciate everybody that comes onto this live and that comes to this panel. But that's what we do, KC. We have people fussing. This is the reason why I do what I do. Respectfully. I'm going to get you. Listen, my whole job is to break most people down to their lowest denominator, because sometimes you always think that what y'all saying is right. And even when you're wrong, you try to be right. But guess what? The only person that's ever right in this live is me. And that's my going away joke. So let me do this. As we always do in this live, may the love of the Lord be with us all until we meet again. In Jesus' name, amen. Listen, God bless you all. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And if you do it, just don't tell me. Bottom line. Peace and blessings. Thank y'all again. You guys have an amazing... Okay, I'll wait. What do you want me to wait for?